You have completed the game.
Looked like the water drained out of that grate in the wall. Looks like a little mouse could crawl through there. You have to go back and find your mouse friend. The safety poster had definitely seen better days. How old was that facility? The door was locked. I could see a faint light within. It was the reflection of my own torch. I found another dead body. I found another dead body, a sewer worker. By the wounds all over his face and body, I figured he'd been stabbed repeatedly. There was a key ring sticking out of the man's pocket. Did I take it? Yes, I did. I thought about the knife I had found with some disgust as I carefully picked the keys from his pocket. I almost worried he was going to grab me. But luckily, he didn't come back to life because this isn't a zombie game. There was a security camera in the room. There must have been a way to see what was happening. Maybe this VHS tape I found could be useful. It would be funny if they put in the videotape and it's one of our home videos as Christmas. I could smell a hint of fresh air here. I must have been near an exit of some kind, but I wondered, what did that key I found on the sewer worker do? And what was on the videotape I found? An exposed ventilation shaft. Maybe someone crawled through there. Was it Snake? But it was so high up, that must have been a sore landing. Maybe that's what happened to your leg? My sore leg and the extra weight I was carrying made climbing the ladder difficult. Yeah. Would I really need that gun or knife before the end? I was wondering if that VHS tape I found... Oh yeah, because the VHS tape is going to be incredibly heavy. Or in that locked room, should I have gone back to check? My head was spinning. Suddenly, as I lifted the lid above me, there was an awful smell of that sewer that gave way in the dark scent of the pine trees. And I was outside.
So I'm out.
Then I walked into an electric fence and died. I couldn't reach that ladder. Go back to the ladder and check.
Whoa, I just saw something. I saw... Yeah.
Eyes! 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 It's... I would say it's Slenderman, but it's not because he doesn't have eyes. Ah! I missed it!
Nah, it's just locked door. Creepy door something. Hello.
This must have been the entrance to the forest that mentioned on that map I had seen. Whoever was poking around in those tunnels underneath that man's house had scribble notes on this place. Scribble notes or scribble notes? It mentioned a river, maybe a washroom, but the rest was too faded to see clearly. I spy with my little eye something beginning with T.
Oh God, what have I done?
You walk through the bushes. You walk through more bushes. You walk through the previous bush.
No.
And now you see a beehive. No, no! Don't lose something. The grimy sink had a small patch in it that looked almost clean. Thanks to Vanish Oxy-Action Sink Cleaner. A musty wooden plank propped up the store. A musty...
Yeah, you take it.
We got a pipe.
It seems that, like, every choice you get, you should say yes. Because nothing, like, everything you need.
Yeah, you're not going to lose anything.
You're not going to say no to anything. It's just...
What's that sign? The sign was the same as the first one I had seen. This must have been the exit to the other side of the woods. I had finally found the exit! Once I left, I knew I would never want to... I knew I never wanted to return here. I had stumbled through that dense forest with a little grace and no sense of direction whatsoever. At least now I thought the air seemed to thin out a bit and it was lighter on the path ahead. I could almost see a way out, so I must have been closer to the town. Still, that forest had felt awful and ominous, and though it looked like I was finally out of its
Omnious.
worst parts, I could sense its gaze still upon me.
Omnious.
Perhaps the woods wouldn't want me seeing what it held, but what, I wondered.
Omnious.
What could it be? What do you think it is? What is the forest hiding?
An omnious.
I have a feeling he's going to walk past the tree and then not have a face or something. As I stepped through the gate, I suddenly recognised the auto parts factory where I worked as a machinima. I thought I could hear a faint rustling behind me. Maybe it was just the wind.
It's never just the wind.
Walk past it. No, go through it. I don't know.
And he's dead.
His head had been severely beaten and his face was covered with blood. That dug into the ground was a cracked old watch. It was mine!
Did I take the watch? Yes, you did.
Even though it didn't run anymore, I clasped the watch around my wrist. It's gonna be you. You killed them all and then had a really weird flashback memory thing.
Turn out like that.
One of the lockers hung open. Its contents were tossed around like someone had been looking for something. There was a large power box with 5 lights on it. Cables burst out of the box, snaking off in other parts of the factory. The metal was starting to wear, and cobwebs had collected on the corners. The box wasn't receiving power. The door was locked shut. A sign was pasted on the front door that said, "Closed for repairs." I couldn't be bothered to check anymore. The door was tight.
Right, so to get through there, you need to get the power, blah 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 blah.
Every part of this plant smelled old and rotted. I noticed the old bulletin board on the wall. I guess you have to go read the bulletin board. The board contained yellow clippings of newspaper cartoons and notices. There were notes to and from the guys that worked here. One of them was to Norman, who was one of the older guys on the line. A power panel. Looked like it was shut off. Switch it on. Go back! Go back! Downstairs.
I might need to turn on 5 of them though.
Ah, yeah. The open locker was stuffed with dirty old clothes and old boots. There was a photo of a woman taped in the inside, but it was scratched out and the face was unrecognisable.
It's Rachel.
A power panel. Okay. Well done.
Okay, that one's green.
Try it
That
again.
one's not green.
Doesn't seem like that much of a difficult puzzle game, really.
No. It's like the little yes/no choices are just
There for the sake of having them.
yeah.
You need a PAL key to get through that door. Our old break table. The layer of dust and grime on. I thought we finished this game.
I know. I was like, oh, I need to get out of here. Oh yes, I finally found the exit.
Right now I'm going to work.
He doesn't know what he's doing, does he?
This was Norman's locker. The door was dented like someone had punched it. I don't remember him
Doing that when you were out there. That one's green.
Yep. 2 more left.
I guess.
A utility shelf crammed with mismatched tools.
Did I take the hammer?
Home, starring Jim Carrey as the Yes Man. Yes. Oh, we can go back now because we got the key.
Oh, I didn't read that one. I didn't know you needed a key.
Try again. Hey.
What?
Yeah, that's enough, isn't it? Try again. Hey. Left door. Oh no, that's where you came from. Sweet music. Right, it was downstairs
It's
and
really
then
not
left.
that creepy, is it though?
No. If they got this flashlight, they could do a lot more work with this flashlight and make it actually look and put some use to it. Like have things in the darkness. But it's really just some guy walking around with a flashlight. The key I found seemed like it would pass through this reader. Did I use the key?
The problem is that there's no consequence for anything.
No, there isn't.
It's just
down the hall.
I don't know if I want to go there yet.
There was some kind of ventilation hatch here. It looked like I could jump from the room below. My leg hurt enough.
No.
Oh, no. Hey, we finally said no. I was too chicken to jump.
I'm gonna check the power first.
Yeah.
It's like playing Lucky Luke.
No, it's not. How's this like playing Lucky Luke?
Can I remember Lucky Luke?
I do, but
When
that
have
was
you-
a shooting game.
And side scrolling on, but when you walked, it was the most casual walk ever.
Just going for a stroll. The power box looked like it was running again. I guess those switches must have done the trick. With the power box working again, the door was unlocked. Did I open it? No, I was too chicken to open the door. A rack of flashlights hung on the wall. One of them was missing. Oh my god, you're going to get hit in the head with a ratchet. And clank. The smell of dirt and trees washed over me as I escaped the old factory. I thought of the guard I had found, supine against the fence. But why? Why kill a guard? I had to keep going to find Rachel. I hoped the dirt trail in front of me would lead me closer to town, and I thought to help.
What was that?
I don't know. It seemed to glitch a bit there, didn't it? A rusty old truck had cordoned off the road and into the guardrail. Its front was crushed and its windows had all smashed, judging by the rust it had been there a while. 62. They called me the gingerbread man killer. 'Cause I'm ginger.
The gingerbread man killer, so he kills gingerbread men.
Sounded like it was going to start raining again. I had entered Norman's place. This was the back of the store that he ran. It was oddly quiet except for the faint sound of a television. The entrance to the front...
Why is his voice changed?
Because he's
You don't have an answer, do you?
No, I don't. Because he's Is that fire on the floor?
The blood has been like orange in this whole game.
I've seen this one before to repeat. The TV still flickered some indecipherable channel.
Indecisible.
Indecipherable. Indecipherable.
Indecipherable.
Isn't that not what it is? Jesus! I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Norman, my co-worker, and one of the few friends I had had in this town, lay dead. His face and shirt were covered in blood. It looked like he'd been shot trying to get up. His eyes were still wide with shock. Norman, you deserved better than this. Did I close his eyes?
Yes.
Yes, I wasn't sure if I wanted to give him peace or if I just couldn't stand to think any more about what was going on. Quickly, I closed Norman's eyes. And then jabbed him in the face for stealing my stapler in the office the other day. I looked in the bin.
No, I didn't.
Kitchen trash was smelled fresh. I didn't dig through that mess, did I?
Yeah, you did.
Ah! I found a hairpin amongst the rotting food and trash and pickpocketed it.
And pocketed it.
Well,
There's no pockets to pick.
I guess this was Norman's kitchen table. This is a table. This is my tree. He kept it clean enough, but there were water rings with 2 cups still there in the wood. In the little wood.
Right, you're not putting that in.
What was this? It looked like a pull chain hanging from the ceiling. I wonder where it led. Pull the chain. I gave the chain a single tug and a simple folding ladder from the attic popped down and banged on my head. Ow. I'm in the attic. You know, you can use the hairpin to that locked door that was locked earlier. Inside the house, probably.
Have you played this before? You haven't, have you?
Nope.
Don't know.
No, I really haven't, but he's going to use it as a lockpick. There was a large cardboard box that hadn't been sealed. Did I open it? Inside was Snake. The old cardboard box was stuffed. The old cardboard box was stuff piled. Is that right? It should be stuffed.
Inside the old card box was stuff a pile of clothes. Stuff a pile of clothes. Stuff a pile of clothes.
Photos and even shoes. As I looked closer, I realised they were Rachel's.
Oh my ears.
What were you doing here, Rachel? Were you responsible for poor... Was he talking to the clothes or was he just talking to himself? Ah!
I wouldn't put it past him. What? Just press space. I don't know where that locked door was, mind.
Downstairs. And then to your left. Me neither do I. I used the hairpin to pick the lock.
So I can't use it again, basically.
The general store was small, but it was clean. It had usual things, postcards, snacks, magazines, and canned goods. I never went there much. Rachel usually stopped by after work, if we needed anything. Are we at work or in this guy's house?
I've stopped caring.
The Xbox seemed to be unplugged. It must have been off for a while. Most of its contents were half melted. There were various postcards from the area, especially from the tourist traps.
Oh God.
It looked to be much in better shape then. That night continued to take horrible turn after horrible turn. It had been weeks since I'd last seen Norman, but I liked to find him like that, as I thought of him still lying on the floor back there. The gun I carried seemed ever present. Seeing that the dusty box of those old clothes was a shock. How long had they been there? And what was Rachel doing at Norman's place? I felt like I had only discovered more questions, no answers, but I was close to home. It was time to find out the truth. Another door. Another door. Another
this isn't
door.
the Flintstones. What's going on?
And a wall.
Oh, this game's quite difficult. What do you think I should do next?
Itch your back. Go through that door. I had the wrong gate. This one was locked. I don't think we should have bothered putting the gates in. Just had the one.
It's just a load of stuff to make it seem longer.
But it's really not. The neighbourhood's local post box. A letter was sticking out as if someone hadn't pushed it all the way in. I knew it wasn't right, but did I look at the letter?
Of course you did.
The envelope was addressed to Norman. There was no return address, but the handwriting looked familiar, like mine. I took a deep breath and tore open the package. The letter read, Norman, I'm sending this to you in a letter because I'm afraid to tell you this in person. What we did, well, it was wrong. I'm guessing it was Rachel then. My husband isn't an easy man to be with, but he is my husband and your friend. I need some time to sort this out, away from you both. I'm going away for a while. I'm going to tell him, Norman, so that you don't have, so don't you think you can hold that against me? Grisly tales for gruesome kids. Goodbye. What was that last message?
I know you're trying to be.
Grisly tales for gruesome kids?
No, you're trying to be the sound person. You're trying to be Simon. You totally.
I'm not. I'm not.
Kind of are, Daniel.
I had entered our backyard. The rain gave me a terrible sense of foreboding, and it chilled me through my clothes. Chilled me to the clothes.
What song was that supposed to be?
Da 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 da, chilled you to the bones.
Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah.
Muppets Christmas Carol?
No. Just...
The house was painfully quiet. The only sound was my own breathing, ragged and strained. I flicked the light switch. By the door, the power was... Ah! It's just not going well for him at all. It's a good thing his flashlight doesn't run out of batteries. The front door was locked from inside. I could go around.
What was that?
I couldn't get out though. I needed to see if Rachel was here. Upstairs.
Okay, yeah.
She's gonna be in the loft with a gun.
No, I've got the gun.
With a bullet in her brain. Oh, smashed glass. Check the bath. We were lucky enough to get a house with one of those wonderful bath flooded.
Oh, right, so we're in our house.
Our sink. That's an advert for IKEA.
Our sink.
In the middle of the bathroom, our sink. My laptop had been left on and only a tiny little bit of power left. On the screen was... I forgot the voice now. On the screen was a website about the old water tower. There was a key in the top drawer of
Yeah,
my
you took it.
I pocketed the key.
Golden rule of improvisation. Always say yes. Okay.
A hallway mirror had been smashed into pieces scattered around the floor.